on a Monday.
Moody, moody. Listen, our next guest has painted his dreams in verses and battles with rhymes. He was born with fire on his tongue, and now is his time to spit.
You sound like a poet, Missy.
I did not write
that. NSangou Njikam is an actor and a playwright who is connecting his African heritage with hip-hop in the production of Sinking Ink. It is happening at the Apollo Stages at the Victoria.
And with a beautiful blend of hip-hop and theater, can he kick it?
Yes, he can.
We're about to find out. NSangou Njikam, welcome to New York Living.
Thank you for having me. Great to be here.
How you feeling today?
I feel wonderful.
Yeah?
I feel wonderful. You know, tomorrow's the big day. We start performances, so it's time to kick it for real.
All right.
So talk to us about the premise, the marriage of hip-hop and theater. Sounds quite interesting.
It's been married for a very long time. Jam on the Groove is one of the earliest hip-hop theater pieces from the early 1990s. So I'm in a legacy of hip-hop people of the culture who were also theater practitioners, who said, I don't see this on stage, this thing that I do. And so I'm just in the legacy of even people like Chadwick Boseman, who was a mentor of mine, but we all started in hip-hop theater together. So this is like me continuing the legacy.
In layman's terms, how are you defining hip-hop theater? Because for me, I feel like hip-hop as a culture is so much theater and theatrics.
Exactly.
So I'd rather hear you say it than me.
That's pretty good.
Yes, no, it's very good. So we define it in two ways. One, it uses the four elements: graffiti, DJ, movement, and MC. And it's by, for, and about hip-hop culture. So what are the issues of destiny, of using your voice, of finding your identity, of standing in your power? That's hip-hop culture, and that's what we express on stage.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Now, can you take us back to the writer's room for a moment and talk to us about how this idea came to be? Obviously, in your words, it's been around forever, but how did this specific project, where was the seed planted, and what was the catalyst to create it?
High school.
Wow.
High school. I remember watching friends freestyle in the hallways, and no one ever said, that's genius. And I was like, no, that's genius. And then when I started performing and doing hip-hop theater, I really wanted to honor all those young people who knew how to freestyle, but their genius was never acknowledged. And then I wanted to connect it to the oral tradition of West Africa, and that helped to birth Sinking Ink.
Speaking of West Africa, we understand you took a deep dive into your own ancestral lineage.
Yes.
Were you surprised by what you found?
I felt affirming. It felt like something inside was like, that's who you are.
All right, so what were the results?
So on my mother's side, the Tikar people of present-day Cameroon. On my father's side, the Mende people of Sierra Leone and the Balanta of Guinea-Bissau. So I know 3 of my ancestral lines.
How does that inform how you perform, or does it?
It does a lot. Everyone in the world has theater. Everyone in the world does some sort of performative element that acknowledges and affirms who they are. You self-critique, all of that. So what happens when I take those traditions? The Tikar people are known for music and acting. So it's in my lineage to do this. And so I'm like, oh, okay, I can use those things and actually mix it in with hip-hop. Hip-hop actually has everything you need to connect to that African identity.
And you know, hip-hop, obviously, the birthplace of which, not in this current borough where we're sitting, but in one of the 5 boroughs.
Yes.
And we're in New York City. It's one of the most diverse places in the world. And obviously identity and where you come from is such a huge part of just who you are, not just on the stage, but also what are you doing to speak and spread the word on the importance of identity when you're not on the stage performing?
Oh my gosh. Well, first, I was teaching in public schools here in New York City for a while through various teaching artist organizations, through Brooklyn Academy of Music as one of them, BAM for sure. And a friend of mine from college, we had started a company called the Continuum Project that uses theater and African ancestry to help people connect to their roots. But with Sinking Ink in particular, we're helping people saying, no, you can use your roots to find your voice. And so we want to inspire people to tap into who they are, because hip-hop has always been, the culture has always been multifaceted, and everybody speaks from their angle, and that's when you know you're being real.
Oh my goodness.
Speaking of being real, I assume there is some freestyling in the show. Is that a fair assessment?
That is a fair assessment.
It would be a crying shame if we didn't ask you to do a little freestyle, because like you, I am in awe of people who can freestyle, who can look at these fake plants and make up a whole verse. So in 30 seconds or less, what you got for us?
I'm looking at the pics. I picked the Pix 11, number 7. My show starts on May 7th. On May 7th, 7 years straight to heaven. So buy your tickets now. Trust me, you won't regret it. You probably want to make sure you get in during previews. You don't even have to wait for those reviews. What you gonna see will make you feel and think. May 7th, the Apollo stages, Sinking Ink.
I mean, there's a reason he's on stage.
Wow, I don't know how you just did that.
Who were some of your performing artists, hip hop or otherwise, that you have really enjoyed or who influenced you when you were coming up?
Rakim.
I knew you were gonna say it, thank you!
Yes, Rakim for sure. MC Light, Lauryn Hill, The Roots, Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, Outkast.
All the OGs.
All the OGs. You know, and
All
some of the young
icons.
cats today too. You know, Kendrick is killing it right
well,
now. So, you know,
hot right now.
He's kind of hot right now.
He's not
The
too
seats
terrible
got
at what he
warm.
does, yeah.
I know. And some of my friends, honestly, like some of my favorite MCs are my friends.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And you don't have to wait for the previews or read the reviews. Go get your tickets now.
That's
I'm
right.
not gonna front. I can't do
I was
what
waiting
do.
for you. I was
can't
waiting.
do what
We're
you
not
do.
going to spit any more bars. The information is right there on your screen. For
Yes.
more information, you can also visit sinkingink.com. Whew. And that was
So
just a little
exciting.
taste for
Just
us.
a little,
Just a little bit.
tidbit.
Wow.
I love it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.